Where we are today is a lot different from where we were 20 and 30 years ago, and it's that continuous ability to improve. But leadership is something that you can study and you can watch, but the only time you really start to master it is when you do it.
Are you getting a lot of data on on-time delivery?
My name is Pete Selleck. I'm the chairman and president of Michelin North America. At Michelin, we make tires for just about every type of vehicle you can imagine to assure the mobility of people and goods all over the world. As chairman and president of Michelin North America, I'm responsible for the overall coordination of operations here in all the different product lines that operate at Michelin here in North America. I have the privilege of leading 22,000 extraordinary employees. It's important that I get out of our headquarters and I visit our operations as much as I possibly can. I do that on the one hand to try to understand what's really happening, because you only really learn what's happening when you're out in the field and you actually see what's happening.
But not all the tires are stretch wrap, are they? Long tires are on this all long haul power.
So it's very important that as a leader that you're tuned into what's going on around you, that you have people that will tell you when perhaps you haven't done something as well as you possibly could, that you're willing to accept that feedback and willing to accept the fact that occasionally you're not going to succeed, you're going to fail, and that you're willing to learn from that failure and even go back and apologize if it's appropriate to do so.
So you're the team leader for the 24-hour operation, for the full operation?
You're going to have successes, you're going to have failures, and it's through that iterative process and that accumulation of successes and failures that you in fact become a better leader.
And then we'll find something else.
A leader has a responsibility to try to make sure that every employee knows how they contribute to the bigger picture. We restructured service hour. That was probably difficult, wasn't it? There are many things that go into making a great leader. When I was 8 years old, I decided I wanted to go to West Point. 8 years old. Now, my father had gone to West Point, both of my grandfathers. It was the family thing. I've learned a lot of lessons in my leadership journey by watching other people and having them give me advice.
Don't worry, we'll get it running again.
Did it?
Yeah, yeah, it ran.
Certainly one thing I learned from Colin Powell when I worked with him in the Army, and what I've also learned from senior leaders at Michelin, you must, first of all, understand that leaders are here not to be served by employees, but rather to serve them. Because it's only through their success that the company can be successful. You're going to see a lot of emphasis on that coming in 2016. Service to others and humility are really fundamental levers for any leader to be successful. You want to talk about our little leadership exercise that we did a couple of weeks ago? To be a good leader, you have to really like the people that you're leading. And you have to respect them. You've got to understand that as a leader, you're not in your position because you're better than anyone else. Because we're always going to attract really good people. You're in your position in order to lead them, and that every single person that you lead has their own story, they've got their own background, they want to contribute, and your job as a leader is to allow them to be successful.